Hey guys, Tiffany Higgins here, going live Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And I am here to help you learn your options of living your ideal dream life. And by doing that, by living your dream life, you can live your dream life by starting a bookkeeping business where you work from home and have flexibility. So if you guys are tuning in today, I'd love to know where you are watching from and what progress you've made to have that flexible lifestyle that you want while being able to still provide for your family. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Sandra. Thanks for tuning in. So I'd love to know where you guys are at. How many clients do you have? Have you started your bookkeeping business yet? What questions do you have about that process? So I go live every Tuesday to share information with you and to share my story and give you guys the tools that you need to make some good decisions about getting to the next level of life that you want to have for your family. So for me, I think the best place that everyone kind of gets started when they're interested in this journey is to read through our ebook. And you can get a copy of that on our website at stayatHomeBookkeeper.com. Let's see if I can show you. Right here, here's our website, and that's our ebook there. And it does a really great job of helping you get an idea of what this would look like for your family and how a bookkeeping business could really help you reach your goals for yourself, for your kids, for your family, for your finances, for your lifestyle. It was a really great blessing for us, and we go into detail on exactly all the awesome things that happened when we started our bookkeeping business. And we dropped the link below, so if you want to go grab a copy of the ebook, you can grab it right there on that link. Thank you so much. And then also, if you check out our website too, and you're kind of curious on, what does it look like for having a bookkeeping business? Like if I need to bring in a certain amount of money each month to take care of my family or my bills, or if I need to make a certain amount to be able to leave my corporate job, what does that look like? And we have this really awesome calculator on our website. I'll show it to you real quick. It tells you exactly how much you need to replace your current 9-to-5 or whatever you need to bring home. So let's say that you need $5,000 to cover all of your bills. If you want $5,000 to come in from your bookkeeping business, you only need about 10 clients and you'll be making $5,000 a month. And those 10 clients will only take you about 10 hours a week to actually complete the bookkeeping work. And so if you're making $5,000 a month right now and you're working more than 10 hours a week, or you're working outside of the house more than 10 hours a week, then you would be an ideal candidate to book a call with us and chat about what it would look like to start your bookkeeping business, because you can have a lot more time back. Maybe you're already out of the house 55 hours a week with your commute. And with factoring in your lunch break and your 8-to-5 schedule, you may be gone for 50 or 55 hours a week. And if you switch it up, you could then be only actually non-present and working 10 hours a week instead. So it's a really great opportunity, especially I love for parents, new parents, or parents that want to homeschool, parents that have their kids in traveling sports, or wanting to have that flexibility where you can go on field trips, or you can go eat lunch with your kids at school if they're at school. So it's a really great option and opportunity for parents, in my opinion, especially. Let's see, Yvonne and Lynn, thank you guys for joining. Lynn, I think you had some questions for me in Messenger. What do you got for me today? Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Kia. Good to see you guys on here. So I always love to make these lives interactive. So if you guys have specific questions for me, please let me know. I'm more than happy to go into detail on what it is exactly that you want to know. Hey, Juana's joining. Juana's in our inner circle. She has grown her bookkeeping business up and graduated into our 7-figure program and is working on setting the foundation so she can scale to 7 figures this coming year. So thanks for tuning in, Juana. I love the support. I love that you're here. So excited for you. And then hello, Michael. Hello, Allie. Good to see you guys. All right, so tell me what questions that you guys have. I'll go over some common ones that I hear all the time. You know, a lot of people ask, well, how can I do this if I have no prior experience in bookkeeping, or I don't have a bookkeeping certificate, I don't have an accounting degree, things like that. And what I love to say is that you don't need any of that stuff to actually have a successful bookkeeping business. You can learn all of that, honestly, even through Google. But we do provide so much information in our DIY course and in our Bookkeeper Academy that we teach you everything that you need to know right from the ground up. And you do it while you're making money. So when you enroll in our academy, we teach you all the basics, everything that you need to know about bookkeeping to get started, how to have conversations with clients, where to find clients, how much to charge clients. And then when you get that first client, we walk you through doing all of the work so that you can do a fantastic world-class job for your clients while you're getting paid, even though you didn't know how to do any of it the week before. And by the time you get your second, third, fourth client, you start to feel like an absolute bookkeeping pro. And then from there, it's like most of the students just go gangbusters. We usually call it the snowball effect, and all of the students start getting clients like crazy. So it's really awesome. Once you get it down with a couple of clients, like I said, by the time you have 4, you usually feel like an expert, at least getting down the majority of the technical skills. And you can really scale your business from there, which is really exciting. And it only takes about 30 to 35 clients to make a multiple 6-figure income each year. I had about 35 clients when I was making over $200,000 a year, working about 30 hours a week. So it's really nice because you've got that flexibility of not really needing thousands and thousands of clients. You only need 25, 30 clients, probably only 10 clients to replace your current corporate job. So it's a very doable option for a lot of parents. Let's see. Got a question on here. Michael says, this is probably a dumb question. Nope, nothing is a dumb question. But do people take all their profits from the business and that's their income for the month? So yes, exactly. That's a great question, actually, Michael. With a bookkeeping business, you almost have no expense. There's almost no overhead, no monthly expense. So when you get your clients and you get the money that comes in from them, you just basically can transfer almost all of it over into your personal account. Eventually, at some point, you will have to account for taxes because you're going to be so profitable that you'll want to set some money aside for taxes. And that's on an individual basis, depending on, you know, what other income you've got coming in your life, how many dependents you have, things like that. But basically for me, I had all of my clients paying on the 1st of the month. So by the 5th of the month, all of the money had hit my bank account. I would pay the handful of expenses that I had for my business, like my email costs like $10 a month to have my email. And some people pay for like some software that helps them speed things along. And then I would take the majority of it, 90% or more of what I brought in, and I would transfer it over into my personal account so that I could pay all of my personal bills with it. So it's a business that is immediately and incredibly profitable. If you guys go to Google and you Google the top most profitable businesses that you can run, even if you don't say from home, you can just say what are the most profitable businesses, and Forbes.com will tell you that bookkeeping or accounting businesses are in the top 3. It may even be the top most profitable business. So that is a really cool thing about it. So when you make money in your business, you really do get to keep it all. It's pretty awesome. It's not like when you do multi-level marketing or you sell a product and you have all of these expenses that go along with it. With a bookkeeping business, it is all profit, almost all profit. there are just a small handful of expenses that you have when you start up, and those would be like establishing your LLC, and that varies from state to state. In Missouri, when I was first became a bookkeeper, I was living in Missouri. It cost $50, a one-time fee to establish an LLC. And then you'll want to get your email address. You'll want to get an email address, and that ranges anywhere from like $6 to $12 a month to have a business branded email. And once you get your first client, you'll want to get insurance for yourself, professional liability insurance. And to start off, that usually ranges anywhere from like $20 to $40. As you grow and you get more clients, that goes up, but it's still very insignificant as in relation to how much money you'll be bringing in. For example, if you're making $200,000 a year, your insurance might go up to like $99 a month. So very small expenses there. Trying to think, the only other thing that you really need to get started and at the beginning would be to have a computer or a laptop. Doesn't even need to be new. It can just be anything where you can access the internet. It's handy to have Microsoft Excel if you don't already have that. But QuickBooks Online is free for bookkeepers. So there's really no other expense that I can think of that you would need to get started and be successful with this. So I'm seeing some questions roll in. This is fantastic. I love questions because I talk about this topic all the time, and I prefer to just answer the questions that you guys have. So thank you guys. If you're watching and you haven't posted a question, please do. Hey Shanna, hey Nicole. Kay Nicole says, hello, had my discovery with my husband yesterday. Awesome. Working on getting what I need to join the academy. Yes. Have an LLC, and I'm going through QuickBooks training. Super excited for this new journey. Yes, we are super excited for you as well. This is so awesome. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. But yes, that is awesome. He told me all about your call. Lynn says, are you supporting or recommending QBO Pro Advisor? Great question. So the QBO Pro Advisor, I'm always an advocate for doing continuous training and continuous learning. So if you have time, you can definitely do the QBO Pro Advisor. I also like the QBO Pro Advisor because it is kind of a cool certification that you can have and you can display on your website or you can share with clients. However, I really feel like the time is only best spent doing that if you really, really need it for a confidence boost. The QBO Pro Advisor exam, you do have to keep in mind, it's only going to teach you about QuickBooks program, and it's going to teach you super high level stuff, like 80 to 90% of what you learn with the QBO Pro Advisor test is not something you're actually going to utilize as a bookkeeper working with small businesses. So a lot of people, they struggle getting through that test. And then they equate that feeling to, well, I'm not going to be successful at my bookkeeping business if I can't even pass the Pro Advisor test. And nothing could be further from the truth. So I've struggled with doing the Pro Advisor test, and my main goal is to just get through it so I can have my certification. And I don't really attach any feelings or results to it. So if you get it, great. It's a great certification. If you don't want to waste your time on it, or you don't want to mess with it, or you're having trouble passing it, just move on to marketing. Because really, when you guys start the business and you have a goal to change your lifestyle, the only thing that will actually help you reach your goal is to do marketing and grow your business. Getting the QBO Pro Advisor certification can indirectly help that if it's tied into your confidence, but it's not actually going to get you results. If you are a QBO Pro Advisor, you can be listed on the QuickBooks Online Pro Advisor site, and some people have gotten clients that way, which is great, but it's definitely not a make or break. For example, I never renewed my QuickBooks Pro Advisor certification beyond getting it the first time. It never affected any of my ability to get clients. A lot of my students also do not worry about it or waste their time getting those certifications, and they still have thriving businesses. And there are some that really do enjoy getting the certification and like having it, and they are successful as well. So It was a roundabout answer of saying it's totally up to you if you want it or not, but it's not going to make or break your business. So let me know if you have any follow-up questions on that too, Lynn. Happy to go into more detail. And if you have been tagged on this live because you have an upcoming discovery call, please comment below and let me know what questions you have. Carrie said, had my discovery call with Eileen on Saturday. Awesome. Lucky you. Eileen is so fun to chat with. Super excited to start the academy. We are excited to have you, Carrie. That's going to be awesome. We're going to take you to 6 figures and beyond. So be prepared. It's going to be a fun ride. So what else can I help you guys with today? Another common objection that I get, the kids are running through, playing with Play-Doh and markers. Another common question or objection that we hear is, well, like, I'm not very good at math, so how can I be a good bookkeeper if I'm not very good at math? And I love this question because I actually use a calculator for everything. I do personally like numbers, but you don't have to like numbers or you don't have to be good with numbers to be good at bookkeeping. Basically, the software will calculate any kind of addition, subtraction, multiplication that you need. There's calculators built right into QuickBooks, so you don't actually have to be good with numbers or good with math in order to excel as a bookkeeper. The one trait that you do need is you need to know how to be organized with data. So you will have to deal with numbers and you will have to deal with words as well. But as long as you are good with those numbers, are good with organization, that's all that really matters. So keeping it all in track and keeping it all organized is really the heart of what a bookkeeper does. We help business owners keep their financial transactions organized in a fashion that they can review these reports and then understand what to do with these numbers later, so they can make decisions on how to grow their business, if they want to invest in something else, or to do some tax planning so they can avoid giving all of their money to the IRS. So that's the biggest thing that we do as bookkeepers, is really help people stay organized and show them reports so they can make good decisions. And 80 to 90% of what we do is really data entry. It's not rocket science. Anybody can learn how to do it. And the extra 10 to 20% is high level skills that will show you how to develop on, how do you categorize things according to what the IRS says is appropriate? And then how do you read those reports? What are the best ways to really understand and decipher that information? So if you like to learn, you will be able to master this skill really easily. 80% of it, data entry, 20% is learning some higher level financial skills, which will take you far in your own life, because these are skills that everyone should possess, quite honestly. Michael says, do you recommend getting clients within your own state first, or do you encourage to get clients all around the U.S.? So great question. It really doesn't matter where you get your clients. They can be local, they can be all over the country. It depends on how you want to approach your business. But for me, and for a lot of people that are in the academy, they want to have the flexibility to work from home, and they don't want to be tied to going into someone's office or having to do in-person meetings and things like that. So for that aspect, it's kind of nice to find clients that are like further away, because right from the bat, they're totally okay with you being virtual. But with that same token, you can find people that are close to you and then just, set the standard, set the stage that you work virtually, and that works too. So if you're looking for clients quickly though, sometimes it is really nice and really easy to find clients at local networking events that are close by you, because then you can go and build a relationship with them, early on and in person, and that is sometimes a little bit easier to convert into a paying client. So there's really no right or wrong answer with that. But I love the flexibility of being able to just work from home and do all of my clients virtually, whether they live close or they're far away. In the academy, we teach you how to get clients that are in your local area by doing in-person networking. Lacey actually just upgraded into our Inner Circle program because she's on track to make $182,000 this year. She's only had a business for 7-8 months, and she's already on track for $182,000 a year if she gets no more clients at all this year. And she got them all by using our strategy in the Bookkeeper Academy on in-person networking. So you can do that. You can grow your client base really quickly and really easily that way. We also teach people how to do everything virtual as well. So for example, Chelsea, who's also in our inner circle now, and she's also a coach in our program, she started her business working from home. She was babysitting other people's kids so that she could be home with her own kids. So she had about 5 or 6 kids that she was watching from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. 5 days a week. And during that time, she was able to do all online virtual networking, which we teach in the academy. And she was able to use that strategy to build relationships with so many business owners and other tax professionals that now she is already working on building her 7-figure business. So, and she's hired several people in her family to also be part of her team, which is really awesome. So you can really go either route, or you can do both routes and really explode your business. So great question, Michael. Thank you for asking that. Carrie says, in the academy, do we learn about small business tax deductions? Yes, we actually have a couple of different courses and a full entire tax training in the program by our resident tax expert, Merrill Taylor. And if you really choose to, a lot of our students have also added on a tax preparation package. So if you decide, you want to continue to grow your skills outside of bookkeeping, there's a lot more things you can actually do for business owners, which is really cool. So bookkeeping can really just be the start. What I love about it is you can have a bookkeeping only business making $250,000 a year working one 40-hour work week and having no staff. So it kind of gives you the idea, the potential of where you can take it. But then when you think about also learning about taxes and CFO skills, cash flow projections, things like that, there are so many extra things that you can do above and beyond bookkeeping to make your bookkeeping firm even more profitable. So that's something you can definitely do down the line, which we highly recommend. You can also keep it simple and keep your bookkeeping, your very, very profitable bookkeeping business, and then partner with other people that do taxes and CFO skills and create a really nice referral group. So that is an option too. But yeah, we do provide training on small business tax deductions and just taxes in general in the academy, because the more a bookkeeper knows about taxes, the better they're able to do their bookkeeping job. So yep, it's awesome. And then of course, you guys can utilize all of this information for your own business and for yourself. So it's really valuable information. I see a lot of business owners, especially going to networking events myself, and going into the 10X community with Grant Cardone, and I see a lot of businesses that are growing to, $3, $8, $10 million, and most of these people don't know anything about bookkeeping or finances or tax planning and stuff like that. So for you guys to have this information for yourself, as well as being able to help other people, it's just a really, really valuable skill that you can develop and then be able to really make a lot of money helping other people do it. So that's one thing I really love about bookkeeping. So what other questions can I answer for you guys today? I can give you some examples. Let's see. While I'm waiting for some questions to come in, I'll tell you about a few of our successful students. So I always love to talk about Kaylee. Kaylee was a student that came to me. It's probably been about 2 years, maybe 2.5 years now, pretty much in the beginning when we launched the academy. And she started her bookkeeping business, and at the time she was working as a pharmacy technician in an ER, and she was working mostly kind of the crappy shift, like nights and weekends, and she was making anywhere from $15 to $17 an hour. So if you calculate that out full time, that's about $35,000 a year. And she was missing out on all of her time with her toddler. I think her daughter was only 2, maybe 2 at the time. And so she started her bookkeeping business, and within just a few months, she was able to drop down to part-time. And then I don't remember exactly when she quit her job, but she was able to leave her job and work solely with her bookkeeping business. And it gave her the flexibility to be home. And so when she wanted to grow her family, she was able to be there every step of the way for her second child, and her son was born. And I think he's about a year or so now. So it's been really awesome because during this whole time, she's had her bookkeeping business, but she's had the flexibility to be there and be around and be with her new baby at the same time as still being there for her first child as well. And recently, in the last, I'd say about 6 months ago, she got the chance to hire her mom as part of her team. And she retired her husband, Jason, who is now also working part-time in the business and gets to be there all the time with their new baby as well. And the last time I talked to Kaylee and got a check-in with her, she was making anywhere from I think it was about $14,000 to $17,000 a month is what she's making now. And she used to make $35,000 a year as a pharmacy tech. So if you guys know a little bit about that industry, they don't really deal with any kind of bookkeeping. So Kaylee was able to learn all the skills that she needed to be super successful and grow her business and retain clients month after month. And again, guys, keep in mind too, that when you are growing your bookkeeping business, you are adding more clients each month. You're not finding new ones all the time, which is what makes this such a great ideal gig for parents, because once you get that base amount of clients in, you start growing organically because your clients are sending you referrals. You don't constantly have to go out and look for new clients, look for referrals and things like that. So you can continue to grow based off of just having referrals and the people in your network that already know you. Bookkeeping is such a high demand skill that's necessary for all businesses. So people are always looking for bookkeepers, which I love. Let's see. Carrie says, awesome. I was thinking more for my own bookkeeping business and what I can deduct. Yes, absolutely. And that's perfect because you're going to get firsthand knowledge of these tax deductions and everything like that. And not only are you going to be able to help the businesses with it, but then you can also utilize it for your own personal knowledge as well. And for future use, as I hope to open a horse boarding business. So ready for my life to begin. Awesome. Yeah, Kara, you're the perfect example of what I always talk about. So I had a student a couple of years ago, I don't know how long it was ago, but she started her bookkeeping business, and everything she learned about starting a business and laying that foundation, it led her into opening up 2 other businesses that she was really, really passionate about as well. She ended up opening up a school for kids and a lacrosse tournament academy for middle school girls. And in addition to her bookkeeping business and the foundation that she was able to acquire from everything that she learned helping other people do their bookkeeping businesses and all the understanding the financials and everything that you learn in the academy, from that she was able to grow 2 other super profitable businesses that also help fuel her passion as well, which was really awesome. And I actually ran into her at an event at Grant Cardone's headquarters, where the entry price for that event was $40,000. So if that kind of gives you an idea of the level of success that she has reached from her business, just by getting started with her bookkeeping business, it's taken her to places and being in rooms like that. So it's really, really exciting. And I'm really excited for you too, Carrie, because it really is just the beginning. You're going to be so thrilled with everything that's going to happen in the next 12 months. Michael says, does your quoting tool only figure in bookkeeping services, or does it have the option for figuring in those other services that you were referring to, like CFO coaching, cash flow analysis, and tax returns? Yeah, that's a great question. So our main quoting tool right now, it does bookkeeping and payroll services. And sales tax. So it'll help you calculate the pricing for those. So when you're ready to do higher level skills like CFO coaching, cash flow analysis, learning to prepare taxes, those are separate individual programs that we can get you plugged into, and they'll have their own quoting mechanisms and quoting requirements. So great question. Yep. Sylviana says, do you think the inflation will affect businesses to hire bookkeepers? Well, what I love about what we do is that a bookkeeping service is something that is always going to be required. And it's kind of inflation proof. It's recession proof. And one of the things that I can kind of share with you to like prove that is during COVID, everyone needed to apply for EIDL loans and PPP loans and all that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? They can't do that if they don't have to be able to create those financials for them. So we actually end up becoming more high demand when things go wrong with the economy, because business owners need us even more, because they need to get loans. They need to understand where their finances are going. They need to understand their financials. They need to plan. So I don't think it will affect anything at all. Maybe you'll be able to raise your prices, so that will be even better. Carrie says, oh my God, you're making me so excited. Yes, I'm excited for you. I'm so excited I can barely stand it. Robin says, I am so excited. I would love to have a business to involve my family and grandchildren. Yes, absolutely. It's really nice because this is something that you can teach teenagers. So if you have grandkids that are, older too, and you want to bring them into the business, you can give them a job. My teenagers have done bookkeeping for me in the past, and they've worked for me in various capacities doing like video editing and helping with marketing, and there's all sorts of skill sets that they can develop and acquire when you have a business. So that's another cool thing that I'd love to talk about is what I always like to call the side effect of having your own business is all the other ways in which that you benefit personally from having a business. And it's like you internally having personal growth and becoming like the next level version of yourself and having like all these new personal developments. But also that trickles down to your kids and your grandkids, and it's super inspiring for them to see you growing something and growing into a next level version of yourself. And then they also start to do that as well. And to think about what you're learning at your age and how awesome it would be if your kids and your grandkids could learn what you're learning now, but at their age, and how that will really like take them even further in life and give them the opportunity to be, 10 times more successful than we are. So I love that about starting your bookkeeping business and really becoming a business owner in general. It just gives everybody a boost in life, you and your kids and your grandkids. Michael says, just out of curiosity, how many vacations do you go on in a year? That's a great question. As many as I want to. And you can do the same. When I had my bookkeeping business, for my very first year in business, we celebrated with a 16-day vacation across the country. And we actually bought a brand new car, a brand new van, and we loaded up all of our stuff, and we had our 3 kids at the time and our niece and our dog. And we decided to go on a 16-day vacation because we realized that this bookkeeping business gave us the opportunity to actually live the lifestyle that we always dreamed about, I know a lot of you sit around and think, one of these days I'm going to go to Disneyland, or one day I'm going to buy an RV and I'm going to go drive around in it, or one day I'm going to go to the beach. And that was us. We were always saying that we wanted to do that one day. And we were always thinking, maybe if we just worked a little bit harder at our jobs, eventually we would get to the point where we could do that, but it didn't ever happen. And then when I started my bookkeeping business, I realized that now we have the flexibility to live that lifestyle that we've wanted to for so long, and there's nothing stopping us. So we packed up and we got in the car and we took a 16-day vacation across the country. We spent 4 or 5 days in Estes Park, Colorado, hiking with all the kids. That was such an awesome memory that we all still talk about to this day. And then we drove to Mission Beach, California, and we stayed at an apartment on the beach for 10 days. Then we went to the Grand Canyon and we took all the kids hiking on the Grand Canyon before we came back home. And it was so awesome and so fun. And that really kind of kick-started it. So from there, it's like your whole life can be a vacation if you have a bookkeeping business. I won't lie, I did have to do a little bit of work on the trip here and there, but it was awesome because I just kept it to a minimum. And then when I got back, I just caught up with everything. So, but the great part is too, you can just take your laptop with you and you can handle a little bit of work here and there if you need to. But your whole life can really be a vacation when you have a bookkeeping business. It's awesome. And since then, I mean, we really try to prioritize going on vacations and doing things. So I think last year I went to the Caribbean 4 times. We did 3 adult only vacations to the Caribbean. We went to Jamaica twice and we went to Antigua once. And then we took the whole family to Jamaica right before Christmas. So you can, prioritize your life that way. I know that Tiffany Taylor, who is in our inner circle right now, she's on her 2nd vacation to Disney World this year with her whole family. I think there's like 15 of them down there right now. Chelsea went to Disney World earlier this year as well. So it's really awesome and flexible. And you can oftentimes fund your vacation as well when you get a new client. So I always like to joke that getting a new client is like a Christmas bonus, because a lot of times your new clients are going to be really behind on their bookkeeping. So you'll have to charge them a cleanup fee to get started. And it's like a Christmas bonus. It can be anywhere from like $1,000 to $5,000. I've actually seen some of my students charge up to $75,000 for cleanup work. So can you imagine how many vacations you could take with $75,000? So pretty awesome. Jennifer says, my husband and I are having so much fun building this business. Yes, I can see that. Jennifer just joined the academy a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, and I just love watching all of your posts. You guys are going to grow super fast. I love your mindset. I love your excitement. It's going to be a really, really fun journey. So you guys stay tuned, because Jennifer and her husband are going to kill it. Amanda says, every time I watch your videos, I get renewed faith in myself. I had my discovery call yesterday and I'm very excited to get started on this journey. Thank you for being so inspirational. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Amanda. And I love that you take the time to hop on here and, listen to this stuff. And we're really excited to help you, because we know it can be hard to get through the day-to-day stuff. But if you can power through some of that, then you really come out on the other side of the rainbow and really have the kind of life that you want. So keep faith in that. And anytime that you feel like you're slipping, just pop out one of our recordings and just listen to it all over again and keep taking action and moving forward. And we're going to be there for you, locking arms every step of the way. So we're excited to help you reach your goals. Sandra says, the opportunity has been amazing for me. I'm growing my client base, incorporating my family in my business, which makes us all excited. Awesome. I love that. She says, I'm also taking my 3rd Europe vacation in October. If I was working a 9 to 5, it would not be possible. That is awesome. I absolutely love that. How exciting. I think I need to see pictures of this Europe vacation. Maybe even an itinerary, because I would love to do that. That sounds so great. Hey Maggie, hey Dee, how's it going? Dee just joined our academy as well. She's launching her bookkeeping business from Hawaii. That's exciting. Carrie said, my first goal is to help fund my family's October Disney World vacation. Awesome, I love it. You will be able to reach that goal very fast. It's gonna be great. And then what you can also do is upgrade your entire family to the Fast Pass. So you can go through every ride and skip all the lines and be like luxury travelers. It'll be great. Dee says, I love seeing you live. It really encourages me. Awesome. Thank you, Dee. I'm happy to help. I'm glad I'm helping you guys. Crystal says, do you work while on vacation? If so, is it a much shorter day? Yeah, great question. So I kind of touched on that a little bit, but this can be super flexible for you, and you can decide to do it however you want. but I'll give you a little bit of idea of what it would look like. So when I went on that 16-day vacation, I tried to arrange my workload that I didn't have to do a lot. So with bookkeepers, the first week of every month is typically the busiest because you're closing out everyone's financial statements from the last week. So I on purpose scheduled my vacation for mid-month, which was really great. So I knew I didn't have a ton to do. And so I took my computer just in case any of my clients needed me. And I had a couple clients that I was helping with invoicing and paying their bills. So I had a few things to do here and there. But for the most part, I just took vacation. And when I got home, I caught up. And what's really great about bookkeeping is, like, even if it does pile up a little bit, when you sit down and do it all at once, you can batch through it all, so you can get through it all really quickly. And a lot of times people do that with their clients anyway. So if you've got 20 or 30 clients, you may not work on all 20 or 30 every single week. You may batch them at different points in time during the month. So it really works out that way to be able to, like, push it off a little bit. Obviously that takes a little bit of planning, especially if you've got a lot of kids, right? So if you know when you come back from vacation, it's going to take you 10 hours to get caught up for the whole week or something like that. You may want to build that into your plan. Hey baby, come here. What you got?
Dinosaurs.
All right. The kids just brought dinosaurs. You guys want to show them all your dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Whoa.
Roar, dinosaurs. Can you guys say hi? I'm talking to lots of people. Good job. Say hi again. What?
Me.
That's you. That's right.
You look like
But also with, like, working on vacation, the other cool thing is, like, for example, I mentioned Tiffany Taylor is on vacation right now in Disney World. I know your hands got dirty because you guys dug out dinosaurs, huh? But she has a team now. So once you get to the point where you want to build a team, then you can rely on your team to take over when you're gone. And then you can completely unplug and go on vacation without having to do any work at all. So it's really awesome. Very awesome and very flexible. Let's see. Dee said, I just sent my first engagement letter a few minutes ago. That is awesome. Congratulations, Dee. I'm super excited for you. All right, let's go. It's awesome. And thank you. They are super cute. Those are my twin boys. They have really long curly hair, so they look so pretty. They look like girls, but they're actually boys. But they are super cute. And they are doing all sorts of arts and crafts today. We have done Play-Doh, we have done markers, and now they are digging dinosaurs. So 11:48 already. Okay, so I'm happy to continue answering questions. You guys had really, really great questions today. I appreciate them. And I come back here every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time. So if you have a friend that you want to invite back, or you want to join me back on the live next week, I'm happy to see you and help you again then. Thank you so much, Amanda. I appreciate that. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you guys have also in the meantime. So if you think of anything, if you're watching the replay later and you have a question, comment below and tag me and I will be happy to answer. Hey, Tanya, thanks for tuning in. You're probably going to have to go back and watch this from the beginning because there's a lot of good stuff we talked about today. So, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for hopping on, and everyone have a wonderful week. Get started on your bookkeeping business, book a call with us, and let's crush it. Let's all live our ideal life. Bye, everyone.